Nation to Fort Moultrie Memorial in Charleston, South Carolina, the site of tonight's Week 5 matchup between two teams who wants to start the second quarter of this season on a winning note. It's the Battle of the Carolinas. The Carolina Skyhawks, looking for their first win of the season, will be taking on the 1-4 Charleston Predators. With the Commissioner Kevin Irvine back in SFL headquarters and Parker Thomas on stats, this is T. Roy Gaines. And my partner tonight is the wide receiver of Queen City Corsairs, Stephen Hacker. We're back, Stephen. How's everything going?
Everything's going great, T-Roy. I'm glad to be here with you again. And I'm excited for tonight's matchup to see who gets to claim their state, their borderlines, and
big time.
Start off this great rivalry.
And we got two teams who want to put the first quarter of this season behind them. Only one win between them, but what a way to start the second quarter of season 13 with a win tonight on Monday night. Stephen, what are your thoughts for today's game?
You know, I think for Carolina, they need to get their running back Randy Mercury going and give their quarterback a little bit of time to throw. He's struggling a little bit as a rookie and didn't throw any touchdowns last week, but I think if they can get him going, then their offense will succeed.
And we should have a good one tonight here on the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Kickoff is next. All right. And Carolina will be kicking off. They are wearing all white with the navy blue helmets, while Charleston is in all black. Zeke Klein is the kicker. And he kicks it off, and we're underway here in Charleston, South Carolina. Returns taken inside the 10 to the 31-yard line. And we will start today's game with T.D. Drew coming out on the field. He's the quarterback for the Charleston Predators. We'll also get the stars of both of the offense together. Is T.D. Drew our quarterback, running back Keith Swearengin, wide receivers are Ken McCarl and Shea Carroll, and tight end is Sean Harrelson. Trips to T.D. Drew's left, single back behind him, hand off to Swearengin. He runs to his left, got a nice hole before he gets stopped right away. A nice 5-yard gain, Stephen, to start off this drive.
Yeah, and for the Charleston Predators, Keith Swearengin is the key to their offense. You got to get him going early and just keep handing him the rock all game long, and he'll lead you to success.
Here we go, a second down, 5 on Charleston's 36. Two wide receivers to Drew's right, one to his left. He fires to Swearengin, nice swing pass, but he gets stuffed after a 3-yard gain. It'll be third down 2. Let's talk about the defense real quick. Zane Doley was the guy who made the tackle on Swearengin. He is the cornerback. The safeties are Rachel Colston and Tristan Hatley. Linebackers are DJ Majesty and Siobhan Prasad. And the D tackles are Phil Hall and Christopher Cologne. No backs in the backfield as Drew drops back and fires right away. He makes the catch. First down by Ken McCarl, his first catch of today's game.
Yeah, a little toe drag swag from McCarro. Great awareness to keep his feet in bounds and get the first down.
And McCarl already making a mark in today's game. He had 8 receptions for 96 yards in the loss to Las Vegas last week. But he helps get Charleston close to midfield. It's 1st and 10. Trips to Drew's right. Swearengin behind him. Drew drops back and fires it over the middle. It's caught. Nice catch. An 8-yard gain. And that is my former teammate, Shea Carroll, with the nice catch.
Yeah, great route over the middle. Interesting decision. It looked like there was a lot of open field to the top of the screen. Interesting decision to throw it over the middle there when I thought a swing to the running back would have got more yards.
Maybe they'll come back to it later on in the game. 2nd and 2. Ball at the 49-yard line. Drew goes back and throws once again to the middle, wide open. And that is caught by the returner, Lance Dulake, his first reception of today's game.
Yeah, and Dulake gets a lot of involvement in this offense, even though he's the 3rd wide receiver on the depth chart. third wide receiver on the depth chart. TD Drew seems to trust him. They trust him out there on special teams, so you'll hear his name quite often tonight as well.
And now they got Carolina's 41-yard line, 1st and 10 for Charleston. Swearinger gets the handoff, but gets stuffed right away. Nice combo tackle by Phil Hall and Bavarius Monroe.
Yeah, Phil Hall is a veteran for the Skyhawks. The guy's been around 5 seasons, and he's no stranger to making plays in the backfield.
And 2nd and 11, nice 1-yard loss by the Carolina Skyhawks. Drew fires it. There's the swing pass we talk about to Swearinger. Nice gain. A 10-yard gain, making this a very easy 3rd and 1.
Yeah, and Doty was coming up to apply pressure and just dumped it right over his head, and it's positive yards for Keith Swearinger.
And you mentioned, Stephen, earlier that he had all kinds of room earlier 2 plays ago. They decided to go back to it on that one and got a nice gain there.
Quite often tonight as well.
And now they have
Yeah, great job by the coaching staff to recognize an opening.
And it's 3rd and 1. We'll see if Swearinger will get the ball again. No, it's going to be a pass. He fires off to receiver. Nice out route to Shea Carroll. He gets inside the red zone after a nice play. He has 25 yards on 2 catches. Shea Carroll's on fire right now.
Yeah, 2 out routes, 2 first downs. It seems like that's their bread and butter on these short yardage to get the first. They seem to like to throw that out route, and it's working for them so far.
And, Stephen, I love my teammates, whether they're new or old, and I definitely miss Shea Carroll. He's been a very valuable asset here for Charleston so far this season. It's going to be trips right to TD Drew. 1st and 10, Carolina 16-yard line. 7 minutes left.
Nope.
And it's going to be a run up the middle, but great job by Swearinger just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Monroe and Phil Hall once again on the combo tackle.
Yeah, and that was that formation where if they run a swing pass to the top of the screen there, I feel like Swearinger can get more than 5 yards on that. With the way the defense had to adjust with the receivers at the bottom, he had all kinds of room to the top of your screen.
In 2nd and 10, 6:51 left in the first quarter. Nice time-consuming drive as Swearinger gets destroyed right away. It'll be 3rd and 9 after that great hit by Majesty.
And DJ Majesty, another veteran. He's played before for Alaska and Houston, but is now with the Carolina Skyhawks with his 2nd season. He's a great linebacker.
It'll be 3rd and 9 for Charleston. Drew fires to his left. It is almost intercepted. Nice diving attempt by Zane Doty. But looks like Charleston will have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Lays out. I thought he had it. That would have been the play of the week if he had caught that. Just couldn't quite hold on to it as his body hit the ground, but stretched out all the way for that interception. Just couldn't quite reel it in. And like you said, yeah, it's going to be a field goal here.
And this looks like it'd be a 32-yard field goal attempt by Stephen Gregory. We'll see if he can make this. 6:20 left in the first quarter. And the kick is up. And it's good. Good opening drive by Charleston. And we'll be right back after this break. You're watching the SFL live on 11 Sports.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear from more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now.
And welcome back, everybody, to tonight's matchup between the Carolina Skyhawks and the Charleston Predators. Charleston marched down the field, was able to score a field goal, and Stephen Gregory kicks it off. to Harish Prasad, who takes it inside his 10. And he's able to get to the 28-yard line. That's where Carolina starts. And for those who are wondering what you're watching, this is the Simulation Football League, the first controllers esports, where you can be on the team. We have players, GMs, owners, coaches in the chat live with you right now. If you're watching 11 Sports Next, you're watching this game, as you see on the screen, you can chat up with everybody, and they'll let you know how to get involved in this league if you are interested. It's 1st and 10 for Carolina. And he fires over the middle. Nice pat down. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Let's go over the roster for the Carolina Skyhawks, the star players. Quarterback is Sully Richardson. Randy Mercury is the running back. Tony Zuma is the fullback. Wide receivers are Dupree Hudson and Harish Prasad.
Yeah, Prasad is really the staple there, the wide receiver. But I think they need to get Mercury and Sully Richardson going. You know, Sully Richardson, the quarterback's a rookie, so he's got to kind of grow as he goes. But, you know, they got to figure out a way to get him moving offensively.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. We'll see he'll get the ball. And yes, he will. And nice carry. 4 yards as he's able to do a little shimmy shake as he takes it to the Carolina 31-yard line. Let's talk about, Jack Brown.
No.
I was about to talk about him. He didn't want to make the tackle, but he's also injured on the play. We'll see if we get a replay. Here it is.
And it's never good when your starting linebacker is on the ground. It looked like he was holding his midsection, so maybe a shoulder or a rib. Never a good sign.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to make a one-arm tackle against Mercury, and maybe that was the cause of the injury. That's going to be a key loss to the Charleston here on defense. It's 3rd and 6. We'll go over the defense to starters for Charleston after this play. Richardson fires over the middle. Nice pat down by Brandon Haight. Hating on Richardson, put it into this drive. And let's talk about the linebackers and the defensive stars for Charleston. We already mentioned Jack Brown, who's unfortunately hurt right now. Brandon Haight is the inside linebacker. Johnny Bravo and Caden Holiday are the corners. The safeties are Paul Conley, Zachary Bates, and Jack Hoffman.
And Jack Hoffman's a rookie, and Caledon Holly he's also a rookie. The 5th overall pick is Caledon Holly.
And Mike Johnson, no, not that Mike Johnson. Carolina's Mike Johnson with the punt. And he'll be taken to the 33-yard line.
Shout out Mike Fats Johnson.
And please like the SFL on Instagram at Simulation FL. Give partner Nation's Best a like while you're there. And Stephen, good opening drive for Charleston. However, they sell for 3.
Yeah, I expect to see a lot of Swearingen again. I think he's really the gear that gets them going offensively.
And the handoff is to Swearingen, and he cuts to his right and is able to get 2 yards out of that. Tackle.
Tristan Hatley from the secondary alongside Kev Edwards made that tackle. But Hatley he's a defensive player of the week guy. You can kind of watch him, and he puts up good stats almost every week. He's a defensive ball hawk guy. Can't say enough good things about him.
And talk about putting up stats coming into this week. Swearingen was the second leading rusher in rushing yards, but he gets the swinging pass here and then works to perfection. And it'll be 1st and 10 on the Charleston 48-yard line after that great run after the catch.
And a great second effort by Christopher Colon to chase him down from the defensive line. Yeah, good effort, good burst to the sideline to run down a running back from the defensive line spot.
Yeah, Christopher Colon is more than happy to eat up running backs, and a great job by him making sure that the damage was held to a minimum. But it's still 1st and 10 on Charleston's 48-yard line. 4 minutes, 57 seconds left. And it's another swing pass to Swearingen, but he gets stuffed right away. Zane Doty combined on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 12 after that 2-yard loss.
Yeah, Zane Doty is a convert. He was a free safety last year, moved up to corner, improved his coverage skills, and when he was a free safety, I mean, the guy could lay people out. So he's just an added threat. He's a really strong guy there on the outside. So no surprise there that he was able to drop Swearingen.
And that was his 14th tackle of this season. TD Drew's making adjustments at the line. 2nd and 12. 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Swearinger behind him. He drops back to pass and fires to the Swearinger once again. Wide receiver did not make the block. Otherwise, he could have more yards. And Jack Brown got poked in the eye. He'll be back shortly.
Not sure why he was clutching his ribs and shoulder whenever it was a poke in the eye, but he'll be back out soon, and that's a great help to the Charleston's defense.
Maybe he didn't want to make the situation worse. You don't want to get dirt in your eye. 3rd and 6.
Run around and scratch your cornea.
Exactly. And first down for Charleston. Great job by Sean Harrelson making his first catch of today's game.
Yeah, and good recognition by Drew to see the opening in the defensive coverage and put it on the receiver early so he could get the yards after a catch.
And you see the chat on the right. Zane Doty's especially happy that he made that great tackle early in the drive. But right now it's 1st and 10 at Carolina's 35. And hand off to Swearinger. He gets a nice hole before he stopped 5 yards later. Making this a 2nd and 5. We have Shavon Prashad with the combo tackle there.
Go ahead and hit a couple of chat shout-outs real quick. You know, again, you said Zane Doty, the Brown Knight, AJ Today Jackson, Conch Boogie, Squirrel Sir Knight Tingale, Squire Sir Nightingale, there it is. MBM Willis, thank you guys for being here, checking out the game with me.
Yeah, special shout out to MBM Willis. Good to see you in the chat, Tony. No gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5. Christopher Colon makes the stop. Colon now has 14 tackles coming into today's, actually after that tackle there. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left in the first quarter, dominated by Charleston so far in the time possession. What a catch! With 2, maybe 3 defenders in his path, Sean Harrelson was able to climb the ladder and convert.
Yeah, right through 3 defenders and just went right. Oh, yes. Great recognition by the receiver. Pulled it down in traffic, got the first down. Big play for the Predators.
Now, let's talk about Sean Harrelson for a little bit. He's not your prototypical tight end. Of course, he converted from wide receiver. He's 6'3", but he's only 200 pounds. Very light for a tight end in this league.
Yeah, doesn't offer much support on the edge as far as blocking, I imagine.
And unfortunately, there was no blocking on that play for Charleston. Nice tackle by Prasad, his second one of this drive.
Yeah, he's a good linebacker too. Pair him up with DJ Majesty, and they're a tough combo. It's hard to run on these guys. They're strong in the front 7.
Yeah, 2nd and 10, minute 37 left in this quarter. Carolina needs to somehow get off this field, give their offense the ball again. Defense has been on the field for most of this quarter, and they're doing their part. Another tackle at the line of scrimmage. Phil Hall makes the tackle here.
Yeah, maybe interesting. Maybe a slight adjustment in scheme here for the Predators. Maybe stop running inside, maybe try to get it outside, or maybe look at a screen or a swing pass to get Swearinger involved.
We'll see what happens in 3rd and 10. Charleston want to get 6 on the board on this drive. He fires in the end zone. And nice pat down by number 20 of Carolina. That is Rachel Colston, the rookie. Week 3 signee with the nice pat down.
Yeah, she was a good pickup on the free agent wire. Big rookie, 6'4", 235. So a big body out there, roaming the field. So doing exactly what they're paying her for.
Now, I wonder if Carolina purposely wore all white because they blended in with that referee who also got in the way of that pass.
Yeah, it doesn't quite have the athleticism as the defensive backs and the wide receivers.
And the kick is up by Craig Joy, and it's good, 32 yards. And Charleston puts 3 more off the board. We're going to take a break. You're watching SFL Network live on 11 Sports. We'll be back.
Psst. Hey, over here. Hi. Do me a favor. Could you invest that for me with Stash? With Stash, you can start investing with just $5. That's right. Get your phone out. With Stash, you can invest in stocks and funds you like. You can also start planning for the future by opening a retirement account. They even have a Learn section where you can learn how to invest safely and confidently. I do it myself, but I only have arms, no thumbs.
And welcome back to Charleston, South Carolina, SFL Nation. Charleston was able to march down the field once again, but wasn't able to get across the goal line, was able to score touchdowns. They had to settle for 3 points. Once again, they lead 6-0 as this kickoff goes to Harish Prasad inside his 10. And nice spin move right there to help him get more yards to the 28-yard line. But Stephen, as you mentioned during break, Charleston was able to march down the field, but had to settle for 3. They're struggling again to score.
Yeah, it seems like once they hit the 20-yard line, get inside the red zone, their offense falls a little stagnant. So it'd be interesting to see how they what play selections they use once they get down there. They got to dig deep. You know, that's when the defense really clamps down, is when their feet are in their own end zone. So you got to get 6-7 points at some point in the game. You can't rely on field goals all day. And
we got out route by Richardson. That is complete to Prasad, a 3-yard gain on that reception. And another team that's unfortunately struggling on offense is Carolina. They have 3 and out the first drive. We'll see if they can change that here.
Yeah, if you're Carolina, you just want to string together a couple of first downs. Get some positive momentum going, figure out what's working for your offense. And, if it leads to 6 or even 3, that's great. But right now you just need to string together a couple of first downs.
33 seconds left in the first quarter as a handoff to Randy Mercury. And he gets it to the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd and short. This should be a conversion for Carolina. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Randy Mercury is really going to be a key point. Again, these 3rd and 2s, this is when they're going to, you look to hand the ball off, and he's got to grind this one out.
9 seconds left. Will they get the play off? Yes, they will. 3rd and short. He runs up the gut, but gets stuffed short of the first down marker, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Charleston is dominating the time possession, but they only lead by 6. This is the Battle of the Carolinas, SFL on 11 Sports. Will be game on that reception, and another team that's unfortunately struck right back.
Carolina, you just want to string together a couple of first downs.
Never secondary.
Yeah.
We're legendary. Can he go the distance? Yes, he can. Never secondary. We're legendary. Oh, man. I can't believe what I just saw. Never secondary. We're legendary. We're legendary. Oh, my goodness. We're legendary.
Elbow straight and position your shoulders to not
Of all the moments you share with your best friend, the greatest could be the moment you save her life. Every second counts in cardiac arrest. Learn hands-only CPR and be the difference for someone you love.
And welcome back. It'll be 4th and inches. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports. Charleston is up 6-0. This is T. Roy Gaines and Stephen Hacker on the call with Commissioner Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters. The punt is off. And here's the return. He gets stopped after a minimal gain. It'll be 1st and 10 for Charleston. And before the break, we was talking about the scoring struggles of Charleston. Now, week 1, they scored 47 points, but before today's game, they scored 61 points from week 2 to week 4. That has to change tonight if they want to win.
Yeah, hit a little bit of a lull offensively. So, yeah, you got to work through those struggles and put up some points.
1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line. Here's the throw by Drew. Is caught by Shea Carroll. Nice spin move that will help him get past the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Shea Carroll's a reliable guy. He's a journeyman, kind of traveled around a little bit. His first season now with Charleston Predators, but has also been on OKC, Baltimore, and Dallas. He's not afraid to travel. He always looks for a better opportunity.
He's a great receiver, very reliable. No backs in the backfield. Drew fires it over the middle, and it's caught for a 4-yard gain. And that was Lance Dulake once again on the reception.
Yeah, again, he's earned the trust of TD Drew. He'll get 5 or 6 targets a game, even though he's pretty far down on the depth chart.
2nd and 6. On the 43-yard line of Charleston, it's going to be an out route to McCarl. He makes the catch. Zane Doty on the tackle. And this should be a 3rd and 1 for Charleston.
At 3rd and 1, I'd like to call up Swearingen's number right here. Let him pound it out, get you a fresh set of downs.
Why not? He's been a beast so far in the first half. 3rd and short, single back in the backfield for TD Drew. And the handoff is to Swearingen. And what a hit! Someone just got taken to the shadow realm, and Siobhan Prasad was the guy who took Swearingen there. Nice hit by them, and Charleston will have to settle for a punt.
And it just exploded through the gap and lit up Swearingen. That was a monster hit.
They are not going to punt. It looks like they're going to try to go for it, or will they try to draw Carolina offsides?
I think this is a little bit of shenanigans here.
Sometimes they hike it, but I agree with you. This is a little bit of shenanigans. I think Charleston's about to call a timeout. Good discipline by Carolina, making sure that they don't jump. That'll be Charleston's first timeout of the half. And there's Anna Armides. Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL and use the hashtag #MakeAnImpact and spread the word.
Yeah, Allen's the owner of the Charleston Predators, and there he was talking to his quarterback and general manager, TD Drew. You can take on a multitude of roles in the SFL. You can be a player and a GM and a coach all at the same time, or even be a player and a broadcaster.
And here's the kick. Nice hang time. Prasad gets it and gets stuffed right away at the 17-yard line. We're going to take a break. You are watching the SFL on 11 Sports. Carolina will have the ball when we return.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed fan gear from more than 500 colleges. Every conference, every team. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library, and Custom Music House, and brought to you apart by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit the all-new SFLinteractive.net today. Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL, and by MediaTek Institute. Turn your passion into profession. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage as we take a look at Charleston, South Carolina there. And we're back. This is Carolina's possession here. 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield behind Sully Richardson, the rookie. 4th pick in the last season's SFL draft. He steps back and fires over the middle. Great pat down by Brandon hating on Richardson so far in today's game.
Yeah, he's got a couple of bat downs today. He's a really good linebacker for the Predators. He's been around only for a couple of seasons, but definitely has had his impact felt here. And when you pair him up with another good veteran, a great linebacker like Jack Brown, then you got a good formula for your defense.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 for Carolina on their own 17-yard line. Richardson drops back, fires an out route to his left, and it's caught by Prasad. He gets 6 yards on that one. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, kind of wondering when they're going to unleash Prasad. It seems like they've kind of kept him on a bunch of short routes. Maybe take a shot deep downfield and catch the Predators defense, off guard.
Now, coming into today's game, Carolina scored 62 points. The most they have scored in one game has been 20, and they want to change that. But both defenses have been doing a great job so far in today's game. And off the Mercury, he got the first down. I was a little worried about that stutter step, but his momentum was able to carry him forward past the first down marker.
Yeah, Mercury 6'1", 222, so, not the biggest guy out there, but luckily it worked out his forward momentum, and he was able to get the first down.
All right, 2 backs in the backfield for Sully Richardson. It'll be 1st and 10 for Carolina. Richardson fires dangerously over the middle to Prasad. Thankfully, the 3 defenders of Charleston was able to come away with that pat down. Look at the upcoming broadcast schedule. Later on tonight, it's Queen City, Alaska. Steven has to take a red eye to Alaska after this game. And then we got the games on Tuesday night. Atlanta versus New Orleans, Denver versus Houston.
And the times you see listed in the graphic are all Central Time.
And all games will be on
fun game. Yeah, 11 Sports Network, and then Fan Night Game of the Week. I'm especially excited about that. QCC versus Alaska.
Yeah, guess who's excited about that catch? Arish Prasad. Nice catch by him. That's his 3rd reception on 5 targets, and he gets Carolina closer to midfield after that catch.
And Jack Hoffman's going to come away with the tackle. He was a Week 2 signing, a rookie. So, good job of dragging down Prasad.
We see Denver Night Wings and the Brown Knight and Realistic Kubaya in the chat right now. Richardson fires it. Oh, dangerous pass, and he pays for it. Nice INT. I'm trying to get the number right there.
Looks like it's going to be Johnny Bravo.
Great job by the 6'3", 225-pounder climbing that ladder.
Yeah, it looked like that was underthrown. It looked like Prasad had a little bit of space on his outside shoulder. Just slightly underthrown by Richardson, and Bravo took advantage of the bad throw.
Yeah, it looks like Prasad was trying to do a slant route to the sidelines. Unfortunately, Richardson couldn't get to him. It'll be 1st and 10 on Charleston's 41-yard line. And it'll be a handoff to Swearingen, who gets 1 yard on that carry.
And they had the pulling guard. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, they had that pulling guard, and that just, he was there. It's just the couldn't hold the block on the defensive tackle. If that guard could have got outside, maybe would have sprung a bigger gain for Swearingen.
Yeah, 2nd down 9. Drew fires it to his left. Gets caught. 1st down by Swearingen. The rub route put into effect on that play.
Yeah, getting the running back involved however possible. Again, I think he's the thing that makes this offense go. So I think getting him the ball in a multitude of ways is a great idea.
In the SFL, we got a lot of running backs who can do it all. They can run, catch. They can do a great job blocking. He had 14 receptions coming into today's game, and I think he's near 20 after that one. if not at 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for at Carolina's 45. Swearingen gets the call once again, and maybe he's a little bit tired. He got back to the line of scrimmage before he gets tackled. And we're going to send it to the commissioner, Cameron Irvine, for a game break.
Thank you, Troy. Over in St. Louis, Sioux Falls leads 14-0. Jay Ringgold with a pick six, his 4th interception of the season.
And what a catch as we return. Thank you, Cameron, for the game break. And that is Shea Carroll doing what he does best, making spectacular catches like that one.
Yeah, Sioux Falls got some fireworks going on with the pick six. Well, don't turn your heads, because here's Shea Carroll making a highlight grab right there.
And that's what I'm used to seeing from Mr. Shea Carroll, number 88. I mean, he had a game against Carolina where he scored 2 touchdowns in season 11 to end the season. He knows Carolina very well. He's shown that he's ready to make noise no matter what uniform he's wearing. Swing pass to Swearingen is complete, but Carolina may have adjusted to Swearingen now. Good job by Prasad to tackle him for a 1-yard gain.
And it's like Prasad has a magnet to Swearingen, because anywhere Swearingen is, you'll see Prasad not far away.
And Prasad was coming into today's game with 25 tackles for the season. He should be now at 29 after that tackle. 2nd and 9. And Drew fires at the Carroll, but Carroll prematurely dived too soon. Was fortunate that it wasn't picked off. It'll be 3rd down in 9.
Yeah, trying to make another highlight play. Maybe it was just a little bit too far out of his range, but good job by the defender, Kip Edwards, to step up and make a play.
The 5'11" Shea Carroll, number 88. I mean, he had a game against Carolina, 200-pounder. You don't see too many 5'11" cornerbacks making plays like that. Great job by the non-contract guy. 3rd and 9 for Carolina. For Charleston at Carolina's 22. And, well, he had McCarl over the middle, but missed his target. And Charleston once again has to settle for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know if that was the timing was off on that route or what exactly. I mean, he looked open, so I'm going to credit that as just a bad throw. And, here they are again, right around the red zone. Charleston moves downfield, and just once they get down to this short half of the field, it's really tough for them to get anything going other than a field goal. I'm interested to see. They got to get aggressive down here and figure out a way to score 6.
39-yard attempt is up. And it's good. 38. I'll take that back. And Charleston adds 3 more to their lead. They're up 9-0 over Carolina. We're going to take a break. You are watching the SFL on 11 Sports Network. We'll be back after this. And we're back. It's now 1st and 10. On the Carolina 28-yard line, Carolina will get the ball. Now, defense are doing a great job so far. Both defenses holding basically 9 points. Both teams at 9 points in the first half, Stephen. As we got a swing pass to the fullback. Tony Zuma with his first catch of today's game. As we see the stat line there. Sully Richardson just 26 yards passing with 1 INT. That's been a difference so far.
Yeah, and the 29 yards is a little concerning, but, I like to look to the fullback out in the flats. You got to mix up your looks offensively. You did take a couple of deep shots with Prasad last drive, but it ended up as an interception. But it's good to take those shots to keep the defense honest and not give away your game plan too much.
It'll be 2nd and 6 for Carolina. Richardson fires it right away to Prasad. And Stephen, you was asking for it. Were they going to get Prasad the ball more? And it's been happening over the past 2 drives.
Yeah, as far as the receiver goes, that's the guy I think you look for in bulk for the Carolina Skyhawks is Harish Prasad. He's a money guy. He's ready to catch any and everything that comes his way.
First and 10 on Carolina's 44-yard line. Swing pass to Mercury is caught. Brandon Haight with the tackle, but after Mercury gets 7 yards on that reception.
And I like what I'm seeing right now. I mean, this is good for the Skyhawks. Some positive momentum, got a first down. Now you're knocking on the door. You're getting the second one. Just keep stringing first downs together, and before you know it, you're in scoring position.
And they definitely want to get Sully Richardson more confidence as this game goes along, and maybe try out a deep pass later on. But right now, it's a handoff to Mercury, who's able to power his way through up the middle and cross Charleston's territory. First and 10 at the 43-yard line after that run.
Yeah, good second effort there. Had a couple of defenders trying to drag him down and just made sure that he got the first down.
And it'll be first and 10 at the 43-yard line. 2 receivers out. But they're going to give it to Mercury again. 4 yards on that carry. Mercury's starting to get his swagger back. He's feeling himself right now, Steven.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep handing the rock, and he'll get you positive yards.
Second and 6 on Charleston's 39-yard line. Split backs in the backfield. One receiver on both sides of Sully Richardson as he fires. Pump fakes first. Fires it over the middle, and it's picked off. Another INT for Sully Richardson. Great job by number 23, Oscar Steve, the non-contract player with the INT.
Yeah, I just jumped the route, kind of was waiting there, kind of recognized what they were doing. A little disheartening, Carolina had some good momentum there, and then a little bit of a reckless pass, and now all of a sudden that momentum is right back to the Predators.
And one of the positives for Carolina has been their defense. They were able to bend but don't break, but eventually they might get too tired if they stay on this field long enough. Drew fires it, but nice pat down, and almost was caught by Carroll after the pat down. But it'll be second and 10 for Charleston.
Yeah, and great play. I didn't see the number on the defender that made it, but just jumped a route that wasn't even, he was covering somebody else and saw the ball was going over his head, and he just put his hand up and knocked it down. Would have been unfortunate if that wide receiver would have caught it off the bat down, though.
You see Shea Carroll there. His numbers so far, he's been making some noise here in the first half. Second and 10, that's going to be a penalty for offsides on mission number 97. Larry Bain should be the culprit on that one, making this a first and 5 for Charleston. And that's what Carolina didn't want, is biting themselves with costly, undisciplined play.
And that's one of my pet peeves is undisciplined play, especially at the line of scrimmage. That's one of the things that really gets me going. I do not like that at all.
And this is the 2-minute warning. Charleston is moving down the field. They're leading 9-0. We'll be back after this. You watch the SFL live on 11 Sports Network.
We are fans, and when our team makes the playoffs, tickets are gone or way too expensive. Since 2015, Shoo-Win has been making sure real fans can get tickets to the biggest games at face value. For a small reservation fee, which start at $10, you can pick your team, game, and seating zone. When your team makes the game, you get the tickets for face value. Visit Shoo-Win at facevaluetickets.com and lock in your tickets today.
And we are back. 2-minute warnings. And look at the chat on the right side. You see Mello Taylor, Mr. Johnny Bravo, number 33, and Rochelle Colston in chat as DJ Majesty made the tackle on that play. And the chat's getting very active, rooting for their respective teams so far, Stephen.
Yeah, I see Zane Doty in there as well, Zachary Bates. I mean, good turnout by these two squads. Interested to see who's going to win this Battle of the Carolinas.
And if you want
It's
to
the
join
inaugural game.
the inaugural game between these two teams, even though they have met before when Charleston was Indy, we'll talk more about that later, but Kim McCarl makes a great catch. He'll be 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line. And if you want to join our great league, please follow us. Please go to the simulationfl.net and click the Discord link. And we might be able to post it on the chat for you. And then introduce yourself. And the players will welcome you and let you know how you get on the field. 1st and 10, and that pass was caught. First down at the 50-yard line. Lanston Lake with that reception as they go hurry up. Drew's dropped back, fires it once again, and it's almost picked off. Great job by Rochelle Colston with her second pat down of the game. She could have picked it off, but at least put it into that momentum Charleston had.
Yeah, and prevented a big play. You know, her stepping in, perfect time. Just great recognition to step in and knock the ball down. Even though you couldn't intercept it, it's still a good defensive play.
I know Charleston desperately want to get 6 in their offensive struggles on this drive. We'll see what happens. There's no backs in the backfields, all wide receivers and the tight end. Drew drops back, fires it right away to Carroll. Dangerous pass. Didn't give Carroll time to run his route. Otherwise, he could have beat his man. It'll be 3rd and 10. Hatley. Actually, not Hatley. I take that back. That's Kip Edwards once again with the pat down.
Yeah, and I was about to highlight him. You know, TD Drew has recognized that the Skyhawks are a little weak at cornerback, so they're targeting Kip Edwards. But he has stepped up to the plate today, and he's been phenomenal defensively.
We'll see if that continues here on this 3rd and 10. Carolina wants to stop him here and force a punt. And Drew drops back, fires over the middle. It's caught, but he's going the wrong way. And that becomes a no-yard gain thanks to Swearigan, who decides to do the shimmy shake in the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate there. I mean, he could have maybe had a 5-yard gain, but a couple of juke moves the wrong direction, and you lost all the yards that you had gained. Very unfortunate.
And Pete Zorn back to punt as the offensive woes continue for Charleston. If I was Charleston, I would not hike this ball. There's just 6 seconds left. And, they are going to hike it, so they'll give Prasad a chance to return this one. We'll see what happens. He has some blocks, but he spin right into the arms of the one who doesn't love him. And now put the end of this half. Charleston's up 9-0. The defenses for both teams are doing a great job, Steven.
Yeah, the defense has really showed up here today for the Battle of the Carolinas. Charleston has moved the ball, I think, pretty well. A little bit of struggles, I think, at times, but pretty much getting the ball downfield. But then once they hit that 20-yard line or get near the red zone, things kind of stall out and they have to settle for 3. But, you know, on the other side, Carolina is really struggling to put together first down, a couple of first downs. So I guess, to be on the other side of it, not being able to get into scoring position is a lot worse. Getting 9 points is something.
This could be a battle of field goals for the rest of this half. We'll see what adjustments will be made by both teams as the Battle of Carolina is currently on Charleston's side, Charleston's favor. They lead 9-0 at the half. We're going to send it to the commissioner, Cameron Irvine, at SFL headquarters for a game break.
Thank you, Troy. Other action tonight going on right now. Sioux Falls still up on St. Louis, just 14-0. Gladiators defense is keeping things close. Yesterday was a very busy day here on the 11 Sports Network. A quadruple header of action, and boy, did we have some exciting games. Vancouver came back from an 11-point deficit in the second half to win 25-21 over London. That improved them to 2-3. Tallahassee got a goal line stand as time expired and knocked off the undefeated Chicago Wildcats 17-9. That was the 4th meeting between those two teams, and all 4 meetings have been won by the Pride. On the flip side of that score, 19-7.
And we're back.
Baltimore takes advantage of Las Vegas. And then in the nightcap, Seattle defeated Mexico City 38-27 to remain unbeaten. Back to Troy, Stephen, Justin in Charleston. This is the Simulation Football League.
Thank you, Cam. Welcome back. At the start of the third quarter, as Charleston will kick it off to Carolina and Harish Prasad. As we start the third quarter, Prasad gets it. And
Here on the 11 Sports Network, a quadruple header of action.
you get a nice spin move. He has a chance to break it, but great open field tackle will stop him at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Skyhawks
Go ahead,
get a
Steve.
chance here. Get a chance here coming out in the second half. They get the ball. Let's see how the coach's pep talk worked out for him.
And I want to see if they'll hand it off to Mercury more. He had only 26 yards in the first half. I'd like to see him get the ball more here in the second. But Richardson is going to fire across his body. Dangerous pass, but it's caught. And what could have been a potential INT turns out to be a 9-yard gain for Carolina.
Yeah, getting the fullback involved again out of the backfield, spreading the ball around. I still like it. You know, it's getting you positive yards. You're not losing anything by doing it, so I like it in your playbook.
And believe it or not, that's his 6th reception of his career. Tony Zuma, the 6'2", 240-pounder rookie, the week 2 signee for Carolina. Second inches. And there's the out route, and it's caught by Dupree Hudson. And that's his first catch of today's game.
Yeah, Dupree Hudson be the number 2 wide receiver for the Skyhawks. He's been around for a little while. He was formerly with Queen City, so he's been a 3-year vet and spent 2 seasons now with Carolina. So trying to find a rhythm with rookie quarterback Sully Richardson.
And we're looking at the chat. You see the response to Swearigan's play at the end of the first half. But Richardson pump fakes, fires it. And they will actually say he caught it behind a line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss. That make it 2nd down and 11 for Carolina.
Yeah, you make 1st and 10 a lot harder by going backwards, making it 2nd and 11. Pretty sure we're going to see Carolina try to throw the ball here.
And they will have trips to his right, a single receiver at the bottom of the screen for Sully Richardson, the Skyhawks. They want to get 7 on the board here. Nice inside pass, and it's caught. Trying to make out the number. That is Dupree Hudson once again, his 2nd reception on this drive, making this the 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, Hudson's got the hot hand here now, coming out the gate. And there's instant pressure there on Richardson, so good job by Richardson recognizing the coverage and getting the ball out of his hands quickly.
3rd and 2. 9 minutes and 39 seconds left in the second half, sorry. And this pass is caught over the middle. Great job by Toby Jones, a 6'6", 275-pounder, helping move the chains once again.
Get a look at that QB stat line right there, 35 rating with the 2 interceptions. Hopefully he can turn that around.
And he's starting to do that here on this opening drive in the second half. Richardson drops back, fires it, out route to Prasad, and they say he didn't complete the toe drag swag. Incomplete, making this a 2nd and 10.
I don't know about that one. I'd like a replay if I could, but I think he got the 1 foot needed for a catch.
And right now, James Klein decides not to toss the challenge flag. It'll be 2nd and 10. On Charleston's 32-yard line, Carolina's moving down the field. They definitely want to get 6 on the board here. Hand off to Mercury, goes up the gut. Good blocking before he gets destroyed. Great hit.
Yeah, it was a good run. That's Jack
Hoffman, yeah.
Jack Hoffman, yeah. There's good daylight there, you know. You hadn't seen a lot of that for Randy Mercury. Usually there was traffic, so good to see a nice gain. I think 7's probably the longest on the day for him.
Yeah, keep feeding Randy Mercury the ball. He's been averaging a good 4 or 5 yards per carry so far. As Richardson fires, and unfortunately, we have a pick 6 opportunity. And that is Zachary Bates, and there is no one in front of him. He just made reservations for 6. thanks to the ill-advised throw for Richardson. Touchdown, Charleston. What a play by Zachary Bates.
And Zachary Bates dropped back in coverage, and then once he got his hands on the ball, it was just off to the races, nothing but daylight. So it looked like that was that'd be 79 yards. Interception return, pick six.
And he looked like...
Look at the effort by the big man trying to keep up.
Props to him. We're going to recognize him. That's Vince Spear following Zachary Bates, doing a good job. He's only like, 5 to 10 yards behind Bates on that play. Hopefully he didn't wear himself out because he's going to have to be on the field shortly after this next two
He wasn't
plays.
going to miss the opportunity to be on TV, T-Roy.
No, he wasn't. And that was Zachary Bates' first INT of this season. What a way to get his first INT by taking it to the house. And Charleston adds on to their lead. Defense with the pick six gives Charleston a 16-0 lead as we're about to take a break. You are watching the SFL on 11 Sports. We'll be back after this.
What's with Jeremy?
He started investing using the Stash app. No matter what he does, he just can't miss.
Totally meant to do that. No kidding.
Yeah, you can invest in stocks and funds you already know. Get started for just $5. And they even have a learn section to teach you as you go.
Wow. Sounds great.
I know. Anyone can do it.
Nice hustle, guys. Great work.
And we're back. A pick six by Zachary Bates helped Charleston extend their lead to 16-0. Stephen Gregory with the kick to Harish Prasad, who takes it inside his 10. Nice spin move to avoid the first tackle. But Prasad was able to take it to the 27-yard line. That's what Carolina will continue as we look at the chat and see their response to the pick six by Bates.
Yeah, and there's two opposite ends of the spectrum on there. I see one side, which would obviously be the Charleston side getting hype, and then I see what's obviously the Carolina side complaining a little bit there. So it's fun to see the two different sides of the chat.
As Richardson drops back to pass and fires off to Mercury, who goes the wrong way. He decides to cut back before actually it wasn't Randy Mercury. That's a new guy. The backup running back, Jared Grimes. And we see why he's the backup, unfortunately. 1 yard loss. We could have gotten positive yardage after that swing pass.
Yeah, maybe Mercury just had an equipment malfunction. It seems like he's back out on the field now.
Yeah, maybe he was a little bit tired trying to chase Zachary Bates after that previous INT, but he'll get the handoff. And what a run! He almost got the first down, but he'll get a 10-yard gain. It'll be third and short. Third and inches. Johnny Bravo with the tackle, but nice run by Mercury.
Yeah, he doesn't look tired there, T-Roy. You know, he almost broke free and got the 10 yards immediately out of the gate. Keep feeding him the ball.
We'll see if they do that. It looks like it could be another run. Third and short. Is a handoff to Mercury. And Brandon Haight is actually handoff to Zuma, but Haight is hating on Carolina big time. Nice play by him, and Carolina will have to punt.
Man, Haight's making plays all over the field. He's dropping back in coverage. He's making plays in the backfield. He's stopping, receivers and runners down the sideline. I've seen him blitz a couple of times tonight. He just has so much responsibility for this defense, and it shows that, his impact shows every game.
And here's the punt by Mike Johnson. And it's handled. And the returner was able to take it to the 27-yard line. That was Bates on the return. He had one punt return for 9 yards last week. He already has a couple today. And Charleston wants to extend their lead here. The points have been scored basically with the special teams and defense so far, Steven.
Yeah, it's been a defensive game, definitely. So it'd be interesting to see which team is going to tip the scale at the big play on offense.
Well, Swearinger gets a chance, but he gets destroyed right away by Siobhan Prasad, who's just been on fire on the defensive side.
And you could just tell by the collision who made the hit. I mean, you knew right away that it was Prasad.
Yeah, it wasn't easy for me to run against him a couple weeks ago. As you see the rushing leaders coming into this week, Keith Swearingen was second place starting week 5. He's having a hard go of it right now in the second half, but this pass is caught. What a catch. I want to make sure I get the number right. That is Sean Harrelson making his first catch of the second half before he gets destroyed right away after that catch.
And Drew looked pretty comfortable in the pocket there. Defense was in his own coverage. So it was a great job waiting for the timing to get there. And then DJ Majesty came over for the tackle.
And that's a scary sight. After you make a catch, you see big old number 95 coming at you with a headshot. But good job by Harrelson holding on to the ball and help move him to change. It's 1st and 10. And it's an out route to Harrelson, played by Siobhan Prasad, who's just been on fire on the defensive side. But actually, it's McCarroll, and it's caught for a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, McCarroll's got good hands. You can trust him on those kinds of routes. You maybe want to go for 5, but you'll take positive yards on first down.
Yeah, I definitely love seeing the out routes on first down, not on third down. If it comes up just a 3-yard gain. Was second place starting week 5 game, but it definitely worked out on first down, making this a 2nd and 7.
Maybe follow that up with some slants.
We'll see. 3 wide receivers on the field. Swearingen behind them. Uh-oh. Good carry so far, but it looks like number 62 got in the way of a handoff. Mike Wall was a wall against Charleston on that run, making this a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I don't think that's how they drew that one up. It looked like something was off. The running back got ahead of the pulling guard, so some kind of timing was off or just good pressure by the Skyhawks defense.
The counter trade failed them, but it's 3rd and 6. Drew fires over the middle. It's caught, and he is just short. Shea Carroll with the great catch. We stopped right at midfield. 4th and inches in Charleston. I might challenge that.
Yeah, you never know what a challenge will get you on a replay. Look at that. I mean, you can hardly even see. I mean, it's get out the postcard with like in that other league we don't talk about. Measure that thing. That's so close.
The line to gain is basically green, not yellow, thanks to the line of scrimmage being right there. Swearingen gets the carry, puts a little spin move to avoid the oncoming tackle there from number 21, but he gets the first down on that 4th down conversion.
Yeah, no shenanigans there. This time it's on a 4th down. They go for it, and I don't question that one at all. I mean, all they had to do was fall over, and they had the first down.
Zane Doty was on the tackle there, but not after Swearingen got the first down. He will get the carry again, running to his right, and gets stuffed by DJ Majesty after a 1-yard gain. And both defenses have came to play. The points only come from a field goal and an INT, but great job by both defenses tonight.
Yeah, that's a tough thing if you're Keith Swearingen. If you run to the right side, you're running at DJ Majesty. If you run to the left side, you're running at Siobhan Prasad. I mean, that's just a tough night for you.
In
for any running back.
Exactly, 2nd and 9. Becomes 3rd and 8 after another 1-yard gain. It's Bill Hall with the tackle. I was a little worried there. He was a little slow to get up, but great job by him making this a 3rd and long for Charleston.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go anything super aggressive here. I don't know if I would risk turning it over. If you settle for a punt, you can pin them deep and play good defense. Carolina struggled to move the ball on you all game.
And TD Drew has no time to throw that ball. Christopher Colon with the great play to put an end to this drive.
Yeah, great penetration there. Gets the sack, but again, I like taking the sack there instead of risking throwing into coverage. Getting a turnover and giving Carolina some momentum. Instead, you're going to punt, hopefully pin the Skyhawks deep, and then play good defense, and then set yourself up for a good field position if you hold them.
Almost block. Here's the punt to Prasad. He decides to let it bounce, and were they able to down it? No, he wasn't able to down it in the end. Carolina will start their own 20 as we return. You're watching the SFL Network live on 11 Sports. We'll be back after this.
Sports fans are gearing up at Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, then call me right away. You're in charge with the Tax Admiral.
And welcome back, SFL Nation. We got 3:29 left in the third quarter. This is T-Roy Games with Stephen Hacker, Commissioner Cameron Irvine, back at SFL headquarters. And Richardson drops back and fires over the middle. What a catch by the fullback, Zuma. He's making some noise. We'll see if he can help Carolina put some points on the board, Stephen.
Yeah, you usually see him out in the flats. This time he runs like a post slant kind of route, and it worked out. Just, dropped it right in underneath the linebacker. Haight almost knocked it down, but good throw and gets a first down, 15 yards.
You see why they pay Zuma. He's making great catches like that so far in today's game. It'll be 1st and 10 for Carolina at their own 38-yard line. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Carolina desperately needs to score a touchdown and stay in this game. They hand off to Mercury, who runs to his right, breaks the first tackle before Haight continues to hate on the running backs. But after a 3-yard gain by Mercury.
You see there, Mercury's averaging about 5 yards a carry, and I'd say that's deceptive. I would say, just from the pace of the game that he was averaging 3, but 5 yards per carry average is pretty good for Mercury.
Yeah, only
I'd like to see his carries go up.
Exactly. Help Sully Richardson get some more confidence back. They give Mercury the ball again. He tried to juke the tackler. That was Pon Connolly with the tackle, but it'll be 3rd and 3 after that carry.
Yeah, again, we were just praising Mercury, and I like when he's got the ball, he's getting the yards, and I think that's what this Carolina Skyhawks offense needs right now is they need to move the ball downfield.
And Charleston has 4 at the line as we have a 3rd down 3 with just a minute left in the third quarter. Can Carolina convert with 2 backs in the backfield? Fires over the middle, and it's almost picked off. What a play. And Jack Brown's back.
Yeah, Jack Brown, you saw his face mask there. It's no wonder why he got poked in the eye, but maybe that poke in the eye was part of the reason his depth perception was off and he couldn't haul in that interception. That looked like a surefire thing. It just all he had to do was reel it in.
And Carolina, once again, is struggling on offense. They have to punt it away to Charleston. And here's the punt by Mike Johnson. Zachary Bates is the return guy. He's able to get 1 yard on that return. And if it weren't for the special teams and the pick 6 by Bates there, the score could be completely different. The offenses for both teams has continued to struggle. And there's the upcoming broadcast schedule. All on 11 Sports. Up next will be Queen City in Alaska. Then later on, tomorrow will be Alaska in New Orleans, Denver versus Houston. All games on 11 Sports Network. Keep it here. TD Drew drops back to pass and fires into Shea Carroll, who makes a great catch. And it's a 6-yard gain after that catch.
And he's been a solid target all afternoon for TD Drew. Every time he gets the ball, you saw there he's getting about 10 yards. So, he's consistent with his receptions and just keep targeting him. And he had the highlight grab earlier. I remember that back in the first half, had that highlight grab where he laid out. You can throw this guy the ball and you won't be dissatisfied with the result.
It'll be 2nd and 4 after that catch. The swing pass to Swearingen, who gets stuffed right away. Nice combo tackle there. Zane Doty and Javon Prasad combined on the tackle, making this a 3rd and 5 after that 1 yard loss.
Yeah, and the scoreboard says Charleston's ahead of this thing pretty handily, but it's really been both defenses playing great, and they're just showing it there.
And here's a quick pass. This caught. Nice spinning catch. What a catch by Sean Harrelson. Basically put the end to this third quarter with a little swag behind that catch.
Yeah, that's some of the receiver skills there coming out. Had to adjust to the throw, which was behind him, and spun around, put his arm out, and reeled that thing in.
And SFL Nation, put your fours up. We got to head to the fourth quarter with Charleston dominating tonight's battle of Carolinas. They lead 16-0. We'll be back. SFL Network on 11 Sports.
What if we told you that Stadium brings you free premium sports?
Yeah, and the score.
24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with exclusive live college games. Maybe the play of the day in college football. Daily studio shows.
This is the pinnacle of the sport. If you don't want to fight, don't come here.
Highlights and full game replays sent to all your favorite platforms. Modern, personalized, and built for you, the viewer. A new way to watch sports. Stadium, welcome to the game.
I'm John Edwards, chair of the ICF's Para-Canoe Committee. Well, we've got 12 events here. We've got 35 nations from around the world here, from all continents, and we have approximately 135 athletes. So we have two boats. We have the kayak and the Va'a boat. The kayak is slightly wider and a little more stable in the water than the able-bodied boat. The Va'a boat is a boat which stems from Oceania and has the pontoon on one side, and of course it is tremendously stable. It's a very intense 200 meters, very exciting, which makes also very exciting finishes. There's no question this is the highlight of the year. This is also where the canoe sprint community is. This is really the highlight of ICF canoeing in the world. There are over 1,000 athletes altogether, and the event, very specially, is totally integrated. Athletes who have impairments feel totally welcome within this display of able-bodied athletes as well. It's a very positive and welcoming atmosphere here. Our first World Championship, where it was an exhibition event, was 2009 in Canada, and it has been on an absolute wonderful improvement. Every year there have been improvements, and performances have really surprised us and also surprised the International Paralympic Committee. It's all positive.
Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports Network is brought to you in part by Nation's Best, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players. Helps hashtag secure the bag. By ScoreStream, official live scoring app of the SFL. By Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel, and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by Spygo, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots, brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. And we're back. This is the fourth quarter of the Battle of the Carolinas. So far, dominated by Charleston. They lead 16-0 with Stephen Hacker. This is T-Roy Gaines. And Stephen, Carolina has the ball again, but were they able to put points on the board on this drive on offense? As this is a swing pass to Swearingen, who does a nice spin move to get that catch. And it's a 4-yard gain by him. Stopped by Prasad and Doty once again.
Yeah, the Predators haven't necessarily struggled to get into scoring position. It's just getting the scoring the touchdown has kind of been the problem. So, I am kind of interested to see if they can actually get in there. But so far, Carolina has played good enough to keep them out.
This 4 at the line for Carolina. Trips to Drew's right as it's 2nd and 6 and hand off to Swearingen. Nice hurdle there, but guess who? Prasad makes the tackle after Phil Hall disrupt his path there beforehand.
Yeah, they're really having to earn it. Again, it hasn't been easy for Charleston. I know the scoreboard's kind of one-sided, but it has not been an easy game. You take away the pick six, and it's right back to nothing. This credit both teams for playing hard.
Play action pass by Drew. He fires over the middle, and it's picked off. The break that Carolina needs. What a play by Tristan Hatley, making his 4th interception of the season.
Yeah, I was wondering when we were going to call his name on a big play again. The guy's a highlight reel. You just got to watch the game long enough, and he'll rack up the stats.
And now Sully Richardson and the Skyhawks has a chance to get into Carolina's, actually reduce their lead here. They're trailing 16-0. We'll see. I'll be honest with you, at this point in the game, they have to resort to the passing game, but we'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Mercury to start off this drive. And it's a great play. What a run. Great blocking by the O-line and the receivers and the fullback. Give Randy Mercury a nice gain. As you see, he got 69 yards after that carry.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of pulling guards in this game. I like to see it. I was in chat in Discord earlier this week, and somebody was saying that they hardly ever see guards and tackles get to the 2nd level. Well, he just got to the 3rd level, no problem there.
And what a way to start a drive. I said I didn't want to see the running backs get the ball.
Yeah, I was wondering when we were going to call his name on a big play again. The guy's a highlight reel.
They got into Charleston side of the field after that nice run by Mercury. It was 1st and 10. See, that's why I'm not a coach, SFL Nation. I'm a running back. We'll talk more about that later as Randy Mercury catches the swing pass, but goes nowhere. Great job by Jack Brown with the tackle there.
Yeah, they're still trying to keep Mercury involved. You know, kind of going away from Prasad. They favored the running back and the fullback in the passing game a lot here. Kind of got Dupree Hudson going on their first drive in the 2nd half. But take a shot to Prasad right here. I like the press coverage on the outside. See what Prasad's got.
Yeah, one-on-one on the top. We'll see where Richardson goes. Decided to throw it in over the middle, and it's caught. Great catch by number 88, Terry Sever. The 6'4", 280-pounder helped make this 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd manageable now. You know, now you're in a position where you can work a positive script for your offense, which is hand the ball to Randy Mercury, who's got a good yards per carry average.
Yeah, if he's averaging 5 yards to carry, you can do the math. That should equal a 1st down on this play. We'll see what happens. Instead, they're going to throw it to Mercury, and unfortunately, his momentum stopped, and that put the end to this drive. A 5-6 yard loss, and Charleston got a decision to make. Sam Lance with the tackle.
I think they got in their own heads there. Maybe tried to get a little too cute. I think, you know, if you just pounded the ball there, it was an easy 1st down. Instead, you try to throw a screen, and Charleston, frankly, was ready for it. And you lost 6 yards, and so you lose 6. Yep, took you out of field goal range as well. So now you got to punt the ball as opposed to getting 3 points.
Yeah, Mike Johnson's been a busy guy today. He's trying to do a coffin corner punt. Oh! Is that a fumble recovery? We don't know yet. Well, there's a flag on the play. Oh, wow. Fair catch interference against Carolina. And I believe if we get a replay of that, number 30 was pushed into the defender. I think that's a bad call by Ref 62, Stephen.
Well, maybe he just didn't see the shove, and all he saw was the contact, and that's where the flag comes out. A little unfortunate. You can't challenge flags. A little unfortunate.
Yeah, Ref 62 was hating on Grayson Klein, the one who committed the penalty there. He got pushed into the lineman, into the returner. I'm sorry. And here's a nice pass. What a catch! What a play by Kid McCarl, who acted like he was Superman. He did his best Shea Carroll impersonation on that reception as Charleston gets on Carolina's side of the field.
And that's both receivers for the Charleston Predators now have a highlight grab where they're laying out, stretching out at everything they have to reel that ball in. Great play by McCarro.
It'll be 1st and 10 at midfield for Charleston, looking to get their first points on the board. On offense, it's been special teams and the pick 6 by Zachary Bates that is accounted for the 16 points as we have an out route to Carroll. And they say that he didn't complete the toe drag swag. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, not quite what you expect there, but that happens on the out route sometimes. A little bit of the timing was off and momentum carried him out of bounds.
I think Ref 62 is just hating on both of these teams here. I think that was a completed catch by Shea, but that's why I'm in the booth and now on the field here. 2nd and 10. And it's going to be hand off to Swearingen.
Timeouts are precious this late in the game. You may not want to,
What a play by Kid McCarl, who acted like he was super.
Use a challenge and lose a timeout.
But that's a nice 5-yard gain, making the third and manageable by Swearinger. Carolina has to get another INT here to give their offense a chance to get themselves back in this game, Steven.
Yes, force a turnover here or a sack. I mean, you're going to start with bad field position if you let them punt here, I think. Turnover would be great.
And Drew with a nice short pass to Sean Harrelson, but not enough for the first down. And Charleston will have to punt once again. And Steven, for those who don't know here that are new to the league, both of us are players for two different teams. I'm the running back for Baltimore. You are the wide receiver for Queen City. Will you please talk about your experience in the SFL?
All right, yeah, so I'm a wide receiver for the Queen City Corsairs. I was drafted last season as a rookie, so I went through a full season of progressions and have started in as season 13 as the wide receiver 1 for our team. I can share that. Wide receiver 1A with Chris Curtis, also another broadcaster. But yeah, joined in and was just really excited to get going and wanted to be a part of a great team. And Eric Barkley, the owner of the Queen City Corsairs, gave me a shot. Nacho Sicario was the one that drafted me, the GM for QCC, and just through talking with them all last season, they gave me an upgraded role. I wanted to be more involved, and so they let me become the defensive coordinator. So I just spend time, now I scout and sim games and try to put together a good strategy so that we can come out and be successful. And so far this season, it's been pretty good. Had a little snafu in week 1, but everything else since then has been really nice. I'm excited for our game tonight, the Fan Night game of the week against Alaska following this game. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and that's an interception with a chance to take it to the house. What a play by Caden Holiday, who was able to climb the ladder.
So I went through a full season of progressions and have started in as season.
It picked that pass off as Carolina's offensive woes continue.
And another rookie, starting his season, starting his career, makes a highlight play. And those are the reasons that you join. You want to see your player get out there and do those things, get your name called. I mean, it's a great feeling, it's a great moment. And I think that's kind of why we're all here. We get to be a part of this community, share a passion for a game that we all love, but on top of that, we actually get to see ourselves be put out there.
And here's a little note that not too many people may know about myself. When I first entered the league, I wanted to be either a wide receiver or a fullback. So be open to play different positions. You never know. It might work out for you in your favor as Swearinger gets the carry, gets 2 yards before Cologne makes his 5th tackle of the game.
Yeah, I actually entered the rookie pool as a quarterback. So, a lot of people sign up to be a quarterback in the rookie process. Not saying that you can't get it, but definitely you got to be kind of flexible because there is only so many positions. So it's one of those things, there's ways to get on teams and be a part of it. You can be a scout or a coach. And again, we Troy, you and I both have players, but we're also in broadcast from time to time. I'll do stats for games and again, coaching duties and, there's general managers for teams, there's scouts. I mean, there's a multitude of things you can do. We have a beat writing team that posts stuff to our website all the time. Those guys are great. They come out with great original content that's really fun to read. I mean, there's all kinds of roles and things that you can do if you just want to be a part of it, even outside of it. Oh, my goodness.
What a catch! And the offense finally put points on the board as TD Drew fires it off to Kim McCarl, who's completely beat his cover guy for 6. What a play.
Yeah, and the turnover by the defense, really put the Predators' offense in good scoring position. They take a deep shot downfield, and this time it pays off for them.
Yeah, it looks like the double move worked in McCarl's favor as Rochelle Colston was the lady that was covering him. And Charleston's about to extend their lead to 23 after this field goal attempt. Great job by Drew finding McCarl there as the extra point is good. And Charleston extends their lead 23-0 after that great pass from Drew to McCarl. And we're going to take a break. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports Network. Charleston has the lead, and they'll kick it off when we return.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. If your employer doesn't supply health care coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private health care is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
And welcome back. It's 23-0. Charleston leads over Carolina. And here's the kickoff to Prasad. And Prasad is off.
Looked like he was going to get gobbled up there, but somehow broke free.
Great wall right there. Helped spring him loose. It'll be first and 10 on Carolina's 44-yard line. We'll see if Randy Mercury and company will be able to put some points on the board, build some momentum for their next game. Mercury's the lone setback. Drop back the pass and fires it. And what a great pat down by the guy who picked it off in the previous drive, Caden Holly.
Yeah, and you saw the running back comparison, the running back stats pop up, and 12 carries at this point in the game for Randy Mercury when he's averaging five a carry. I just, I'd like to see that be up to 17, maybe 21 even, if he's doing that well. Keep feeding him the ball. I know you're down, but, early in the game, you could have got him going.
Yeah, he could potentially have 30 carries at this point in the game. He's been the lone star on offense besides Prasad. And Mace decides to lay a nice hit. Good job with the pass disruption there. Walsh was the intended receiver. What a hit.
Yeah, great hit to force the incompletion. You got to take the shots, though. You're down big. You need to start taking shots downfield. So, you expect to see the aggressive attack by Carolina here.
Trips to Richardson's left as he drops back to pass. He fires to the left. In spite of the fact that there was two receivers there, he was able to get it in to Prasad. Good job by him as the drive continues. They're in hurry-up mode. As Richardson drops back, fires at the Mercury. We'll see if he can take it out of bounds. He does not. He gets stuffed right away by Holly. 2nd and 8 as the hurry-up continues. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Carolina has to score right now, actually. Look out. What a pass. And it's caught. What a catch. Jump pass by Richardson was completed to Bree Hudson. Hurry up continues. It's first and 10 at Charlotte's 31-yard line. Carolina's moving down the field. They definitely want to put 6 on the board. Swing pass to Mercury once again. And he's able to take it out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. What a series of plays. It was wide receiver, then Mercury. Wide receiver, then Mercury. That gets Carolina into almost to the red zone.
Yeah, rapid fire action there by the Carolina offense. Maybe caught Charleston off guard a little bit. A couple of big plays to Prasad, and I like the throw by Richardson with pressure off the edge to make the nice throw to Dupree Hudson.
2nd and 4 at Charleston's 25-yard line. We see Carolina can put 6 on the board here. Swing pass to Zuma, and he gets stopped right away by Mack. And they go back to hurry up. It's 3rd and 7. I said Mack, I mean Mace. Kent Mace on the tackle. And Richardson size arm it. It's caught, but there's a flag on the play. Would they get PI or would it be holding? We'll find out.
Pass interference, number 79.
Now, why is the DN that far back is beyond me, but Gary Pike is the one who got called for pass interference. Great job by Jeff Brooks, who made that reception there.
Yeah, maybe Carolina was bringing a defensive back on a blitz or something, and in order to try to cover up a gap or a hole in the defense, they dropped back a defensive lineman. But yeah, showed there his coverage skills aren't very great. Got a pass interference because of it.
Richardson tries back to pass, and he fires over his left. Dangerous throw, but still caught. First down and go at the 3-yard line. Dupree Hudson was the man who made the catch. Mercury is the lone setback in the backfield. Richardson drops back and fires over the middle, and it's called the reflection. What a play! It was Dupree Hudson who failed to make the catch. Prasad got his back, and he scored the touchdown. What a play!
Can you believe that? Off the hands of one, whoop, whoop, right into Prasad's hands. That's just an unbelievable play, but exactly what Carolina needed.
And that has to be one of the more cooler touchdowns I've seen in my 2-3 season career here in the SFL. Great awareness by Prasad. Basically got Dupree Hudson's back, because that could have been intercepted by the Predators there. And here's the extra point.
You know, Richardson really put that thing in there, fired it pretty much with everything he had, and then just, you know, through the hands of Hudson. So again, you know, great awareness by Prasad to have his guys back. Definitely need to see an onside kick here, wouldn't you say?
And it looks like that's about to happen. Zeke Klein with the extra point. Onside kick attempt is forthcoming. Mercury is the lone setback in the backfield. Richardson drops back and fires. Carolina needs this badly, but it's a bad kick. And Hawley has been Johnny on the spot today. He's the one who comes up the recovery. And Charleston will take over at great field position on Carolina's 38-yard line. Carolina needs to turn over in the worst way.
Yeah, 3 minutes left in the battle for the Carolinas. Carolina does have 3 timeouts, but not a whole lot of clock left, and they're down a couple of scores.
Yeah, they have to score 2 two-point conversions to basically win the game. Hand off the Swearingen, who goes up the gut before he gets stopped at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard gain by him. Christopher Colon was there for the tackle.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a heavy dose of Swearingen here. Charleston's not going to show any sense of urgency getting to the line of scrimmage. I think they're just going to let the play clock ride down as far as they can before they snap it.
Now, here's the thing. Carolina has to preserve their timeouts, but they're in a rock and a hard place, because they definitely should be taking this to the 2-minute warning. Charleston, that is. We'll see if they can do that here. It's another handoff to Swearingen. He goes up the gut, and he gets stuffed right away. And that is Prasad, Siobhan Prasad, once again, who's done a great job on Swearingen.
Yeah, filled the gap and, you know, makes it that much harder. I was going to say a first down for the Predators really seals the game for them. But here we got the 2-minute warning, and we'll see what we got whenever we come back.
And we'll be back. We have reached the 2-minute warning. Charleston has the lead, 23-7. You're watching the SFL Network live on 11 Sports. We'll be back after this.
Psst. Hey, over here. Hi. Do me a favor. Could you invest that for me with Stash? With Stash, you can start investing with just $5. That's right. Get your phone out. With Stash, you can invest in stocks and funds you like. You can also start planning for the future by opening a retirement account. They even have a Learn section where you can learn how to invest safely and confidently. I do it myself, but I only have arms, no thumbs.
And we're back. Charleston is in field goal, trying to get in the field goal range. It's 3rd down 7 on Carolina's own 35-yard line. Hand off to Swearingen, who cuts it outside. Is able to get 1 yard, and that's the stop that Carolina needed. And it looks like they will have to, Charleston will have to settle for a punt. Good job by the defense of Carolina.
Yeah, did you see how fast Phil Hall got in the backfield? Didn't make the tackle, but, I mean, immediately was in the backfield. Now, I love the battle in the trenches. I love the battle between the big uglies, and to see what kind of who can win that battle down in the trenches, because that's where all the fun stuff happens, in my opinion.
Let me look look at the chat to our right as they respond to the last touchdown by Prasad. But what a special teams play by Charleston. Oscar Steed, who before couldn't pin them deep, was able to pin them at the 5-yard line. Great special teams play by Steed there.
Yeah, it makes Carolina getting points that much more improbable. They do have the 2 timeouts, but 95 yards to go. It's going to be a tough uphill battle.
As you see Prasad getting ready, I kind of like his chances here on display. Will they throw it to him? They will throw it to the fullback, Zuma, who should try to get out of bounds, but unfortunately he doesn't. But it's a 5-yard gain as Carolina goes back to the hurry up.
Yeah, really needed to get out of bounds there.
2nd and 5. Carolina needs to hurry up, and they'll fire over the middle. And we almost had the same result from the previous play. DeFree Hudson was the intended receiver. He couldn't make the catch. Prasad almost did, but couldn't come up with it. 3rd and 5 at their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, and sometimes you see when receivers are in close proximity to each other that it results in turnovers. But today it's working in Carolina's favor, where it's almost, it got them the touchdown and then almost a big play there.
3rd and 5, a much-needed 3rd down conversion right here for Carolina. Can they get it? No, they can't. DeFree Hudson, unfortunately, started to develop butterfingers. He may have to start wearing gloves now. That's his 3rd drop pass in 2 drives.
Yeah, you hate to see it. That's what you're out there to get. That's what you get paid to do. And the moment's on the line, your team needs you to make a play, and you drop it. I mean, that's very disheartening. And I know he's kicking himself over on the sideline. Oh, he's out on the field. I know he's kicking himself. He's got to get out of it, shake it off, and try to get a first down here.
Well, way to shake it off by converting this 4th down. 4th and 5 for Carolina at their own 9 to hurry up, and they'll fire over the middle. And we almost had the same 9-yard line. Dangerous play here. Hudson gets the catch. He gets the first down. There's a penalty. I think they're going to tack on 15 yards for a face mask. What a play by Hudson. Able to shake off the rust, convert that first down, and let's add 15 more yards to that.
Yeah, we called him out. He's got a couple of drop passes and then makes a big play there on 4th down and keeps their hopes alive.
And the fans are not happy with Archie Boyer, the guy who committed the 15-yard face mask after that great 3rd down conversion. But if it weren't for that face mask, maybe Hudson could have gone 3rd down the field there.
Yeah, there's no telling. But, yeah, when you get your head jerked around like that, you kind of lose sight of where you're going. Allows the defense to kind of catch up to you. But, yeah, he had definitely broke that tackle.
And unfortunately, you see that number at the far right of that stat line, number 4. Those interceptions been hurting Richardson, but he has a chance to get the Carolina back in the game. And guess what? Hudson with a great catch. He got rid of the butterfingers with the past 2 attempts to him. 1st and 10 for Carolina. Throw down the field to Prasad. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Carolina.
And fireworks here late in this game, T-Roy.
Inside slant to Prasad as he beat Zachary Bates and company. He took it to the house for 60, and we got a game, folks.
My goodness, yeah, it took all game just down inside the last 2 minutes of the 4th quarter for Carolina to wake up offensively.
But here's the thing. They got to go for 2 right here and make it so that they got a chance to win it the next time they get the ball, if they do. But they have to go for 2 right now. 3 wide receivers out in the field, split backs behind Richardson. He's trying to lead a comeback here.
I think Charleston's got a good defense for this one.
He's going to throw it. Yes, they do. Great defense by Charleston. They had, I believe, a running back. I think that was Mercury to Richardson's left, but he never saw him. That could have been the 2 points they needed. And they have to go for the onside kick. But here's the problem. They need to score 1 more touchdown and at least a field goal to take this to overtime.
Yeah, missing out on that 2-point conversion there really hurts.
Klein with the...
think they have time.
Oh, there's a chance! Oh! And that is Jack Hoffman, who was able to come up with the onside kick. And right now, Charleston, if they can get Carolina to burn 2 more timeouts, they can put this game to bed and win the first battle of the Carolinas. As you see, the backups are in. Warren King is going to lead the victory formation here, the best formation in football. There's Carolina's second timeout. Well, we got fireworks in the second half, Stephen, when it's mostly been a defensive-dominated game tonight.
Yeah, first half, both teams really just couldn't get anything going. Charleston was able to move downfield, but, would stall out, had to settle for field goals, and they got the pick six. And, here late, in the second half, both teams just kind of woke up offensively and, put some points on the board. But as far as Charleston goes, I think Swearingen kind of struggled today. Normally you don't necessarily see that so much, but, they had some big plays from their wide receivers and their tight end, their tight end, and, they were able to move downfield, balanced attack, and it worked out well for them today.
Yeah, and shout outs to Kim McCarroll and Shea Carroll with great catches during the game. They both dove for excellent catches to help Charleston move down the field. Now, here's the thing. Even they're not going to be able to run out the clock, but it's basically too little too late for Carolina, as Charleston will have to punt.
Yeah,
and they'll probably have 20 seconds left after this punt.
Yeah, 20 seconds, maybe a Hail Mary or something, but it's the gap's too wide. There's no way, mathematically, I don't think they're going to be able to overcome this.
Unless Harish Prasad can pull another miracle out of his hat. He scored on the last drive. He's the man returning this kick. Great hang time. Prasad decides to wait, fair catch. 12 seconds left. And we can pretty much say Charleston will get their second win of the season. They'll move to 2-3, while Carolina unfortunately starts the second half of this season 0-5. Second quarter of the season 0-5. But if we look at the bright spots, the offense was able to heat up and catch fire in the fourth quarter here in hurry-up mode.
Yeah, and I still think there's room to get Reggie Streeter involved, maybe a little more in the running game. I mean, his yards per carry was really positive. Sully Richardson, a rookie quarterback, you got to kind of let those guys grow. So, they're going to have games where they struggle. They're going to have games where they look really good, but until they get their progressions in, they hit their marks, you really need some of your other offensive stars to kind of carry the weight. I think looking at Randy Mercury would be a good thing for the Carolina Skyhawks.
It'll be 2nd and 6 with just 9 seconds left. Trips right for Richardson. Single receiver to his left. That looks like that's Prasad to his left. He's going to fire to the right to Hudson, who makes the catch, but he didn't fall out of bounds, and that will do it. And that's the ball game, folks. Charleston wins the Battle of the Carolinas 23-13. And Stephen, what's your thoughts on today's game?
Well, I really liked Carolina's defense. I thought they played really well. I thought Swearingen was going to play a lot better than he did. So I will give credit to the Skyhawks defense for playing really well. Look at Prasad with 13 tackles. Just a monster out there on the field today. For Charleston, you got the win. That's a great start. That's a positive thing moving forward. So you got to look to build on that next week. And, Carolina, again, kind of got to build off the things that worked for you. I like there you saw the pass to the fullback. I think working the fullback in, if you have a contract fullback, it's a good idea. But I think he left a lot on the table as far as with Randy Mercury.
Now I'm trying to look out for most tackles in a game. 13 is a lot. And I'm unfortunately not able to find it right now, but Siobhan Prasad definitely came to play with 13 tackles, and Brady Mercury, like you said before, just got to feed him the ball, help take pressure off of Richardson, and then Richardson, once to get the progressions in, will become a dangerous receiver, as we saw at the second half, as he reached 266. We didn't think he's going to get to that mark after he struggled the first 3 quarters, Stephen. And who you think will be tonight's player of the game? I think number 44 has a great chance for Charleston, Mr. Caden Hawley.
Yeah, it's tough to say because there wasn't a lot of offense put up. So I mean, you do kind of look. You want to look towards the defensive side, but I think it might go to TD Drew.
Yeah, TD Drew was on point today in spite of the first half struggle. As we saw that great catch by Prasad after deflection from Dupree Hudson. And then Prasad gets his second touchdown on the more traditional way, an inside slant. Two great plays by Prasad. And as you said, they need to get him more involved in their passing offense. We'll see what happens later in the season.
Yeah, I'm happy with Prasad's 102 and 2. I mean, that's as a wide receiver, I'd like that production every week.
And here's tonight's player of the game, and you called it, Stephen. TD Drew, 27 for 36, 272, one touchdown, a QB rating of 93.8.
Yeah, the efficiency. You know, when I was looking at it, that's what I remembered. He had a high QBR. He was very efficient with his passing, no turnovers. Like I said, I think typically you're going to see your offensive player, your player of the game, go to an offensive player typically.
And for Cameron Irvine, and Stephen Hacker, this is T-Roy Gaines signing off. Thank you for joining us, SFL Nation. We'll see you next week.